Hey guys, welcome back. It's your boy Sir Drinks a Lot, and today is part 2 of the StarLight Oscars edition. And this half is going to be by Coke Zero StarLight, which I haven't tried this yet. And also the Oscars, which fun for all ages. Oh, hold on. There we go. Also need to gas up at some point. There we go. Oh, they're honking. Okay, so here's the thing. The second half, this part, is supposed to be done with the zero sugar and Coke StarLight. Now, the main issue of the Oscars that happened recently was supposed to come out. Now, big name things, big events are always going to attract political, religious, moral crap. Both expectation versus what they showed you. There are also shock jocks that try to do things like, expose a tit in a situation where it's like, okay, that's not necessary, or include just overdone. I wouldn't say grotesque, as in like this. It was. I mean, basically Ricky Gervais's Oscars. A lot of people didn't like it. Some people did. He's like, I don't think I'll be invited again next year, or whatever, Golden Globe, whatever it was he did. But like there's always going to be somebody who wants not necessarily ruin it for everybody else, but there's going to be a group that wants to do their own thing, and sometimes it's out there. And some people want to do a stunt because they want to put their name out there, and then there are others that just don't give a shit. Now, I watched what happened secondhand. It was an uncensored version, and I didn't have the arrow, so I'm not going to do that. But it was frustrating to watch because just of just watching it. Like I watched it on YouTube, so I was able to back it up to when he said the joke, when Chris Rock said the joke, and when it panned and showed them and Will Smith and Jane and everything, and then it moved towards he got up, did his thing, and then everybody is and then he sat down, said his piece, said the famous lines or whatever, and Chris Rock sang a little bit as well, and then I got off. I turned it off, and I was like, that's interesting. And I was on Discord with some friends, and had pointed it out to them. I was like, wow. And some people were like, it's gotta be made up. It's gotta be fake. It's gotta be something going on. And I went and dug up a little bit and figured and found a bit more, because I really didn't know much of what was going on. And it was kind of like, okay, well, I mean, I understand how that would be distressing. And then, we talked about it a little bit, and then I got on TikTok and watched some people, already jumping on it. And then I found some of my more, I'm trying to think of what's a good way of saying it. The stronger black community, just kind of like ones that are fed up with a lot of the bullshit that's going on. I'm not talking like Black Lives Matter, which I mean they do. Whatever. I'm not going to argue with that with anybody. And people are going to take their own stances. If you don't think that Black Lives Matter, then you obviously don't think that all lives matter. I mean, so don't give me that bullshit. But neither here nor there. Because we're talking about, like I said, we're going to do this. But that was, let's see, that was one thing that was there, was that a lot of people were saying that this is going to be about race. And the thing is that while the situation itself wasn't, just the actions in themselves in relation to it and the reactions that are going to come from it, people are going to react based on their race versus what happened, and so on and so forth. So it is going to become something that people are going to talk shit about. And that is part of the issue. Ooh, I haven't even tried this yet. Oh. No. I don't like that aftertaste. The initial taste is actually very similar to the original. It does have that same kind of cinnamony, cherry kind of thing going on. But that after flavor gets on your tongue. I'm not a fan of that. Okay, so, okay, I think I know what I'm going to grade that. Oh, by the way, 0 calories, 95 milligrams of sodium, more than the regular, huh? But 0 carbs. I couldn't drink that on a regular. It just contains phenethylamine, 57 grams of caffeine. Okay, so. But when I got on TikTok and I started seeing people posting, there was this one poster that I look to a lot when it comes to talking about some of the stuff, and then also how, like, a major part of the black community feels about the white people talking about their shit, you know. And basically her opinion when she first came out, she said, don't. If you're white and you want to have an opinion on it, keep it to yourself. And that actually kind of pissed me off. Right at the first. And then I started thinking about it, and I was kind of like, yes, it is a public display. It was done on live TV. Should we be able to have an opinion on it? Yes. But do we need to? Because really, I mean, talking about it, it can be, it's fine. But there's so many people that, like, have their opinions right off the bat, whether you're white or anything, and just any race. You have that. You just jump to it and just jump on it. Like, I started reading more about it because I was pissed, because I was like, I first read that the first thing I said was that Will Smith, like, punched Chris Rock. No. He did not. He pimp slapped him. I open hand, straight up. Man brought his hand. He didn't go way back. He went like 3 and boom, turned around. He had a bit of a smile on his face. It stopped. He adjusted as he walked away, and then he never smiled after that. And a lot of people were saying that he smiled, he laughed at the joke, and then got up and moved because of Jada. But she didn't have a vehement look on her face, like it's like fuck you. It was just it did not seem that way to me. And really, honestly, it almost looked like telling the joke. Will went, ha ha, now I get the, it was like he didn't go, ha ha. He was laughing. He looked over and he got up and he was still smiling as he walked up there. And at first I thought it was fake because Chris Rock kept his hands behind his back as Will was approaching, and then got slapped. But it turned out it was actually real. And like I said, I just talked with a couple friends. I didn't make anything. There's a lot of people that came out, said their piece, and then apologized for saying what they said. So I went back to her later on and watched a couple more of her TikToks that she was talking about, and I was just like, you know what? She was right. I honestly do not agree with when people say you're not a certain thing, you don't need to talk about this. Not being able to say, when you say you can't say anything, I think you should be able to. But I do agree that you know what? You shouldn't. You really don't need to. It's not worth it. Your 2 cents isn't going to change anything. And there are 12 other people who are going to come on and say the same thing as you, and you being the first, 5th, or 500th to say it is not going to change anything. You're not really related to the problem or the solution. You're just chatter. But yeah, and like me doing it right now, I'm not going to say who was in the right or wrong, because I wasn't there. I mean, I do have to say that I don't think it was appropriate for that kind of a venue. But considering the shit that we've seen so far, there's no place where something like that's not going to happen anymore. You know, I mean, and judging somebody else's reactions, you don't know what's going on in the back of their head. You don't know what's brewing. You don't know what's going on. You think you know and you want to talk about it? Don't. You don't know. And I agree with that. I really do. I did that. That was really good. And like I said, we're just discussing the drink, which I'm very little talking about at all. I get that. And the Oscars, we're just talking about, I want to talk about the reactions everybody had and what happened, and not like linger on who's right or wrong, because honestly, it doesn't matter. It doesn't affect any of us. People getting an award for a movie doesn't affect us one bit. People not getting an award for a movie doesn't affect us one bit. The Oscars don't affect us at all. It's just entertainment. But anyway, yeah, I give it a 3 and a 6. It's not. It's okay. Nah, 5. 3 and a 5. I'll say it's okay, but on the 5 scale. But on the 10 scale, it's in them. It's. I don't know if I'd have this in my fridge, but I'm sure other people really have. I've seen other people enjoy it. In fact, that's one of the things when I went to the gas station. I was wondering when they were going to get some in, and the thing is that we got it first weekend it came out. First week. They just disappeared. People bought the hell out of them. And I was just like, wow, okay. It took like 2 weeks, and then, boom, now I finally got one. And they've been in there every time I've gone in. There's been both of them, but maybe they just ordered more. But anyway, that's how I feel about the drink. It's okay. It's not bad. I like the regular one better than the Coke Zero. But what's that on? Yeah. But that's kind of how I feel about it. And as always, I am Sir Drinkslot, and I'm wishing you health, wealth, and love with enough time and gusto to enjoy it all down to the last drop. You guys are awesome. I appreciate what you do. Hope you all got through the Oscars and are having your For You pages and your social medias aren't just full of this, but it will be. And I don't think it'll stop. These videos will probably come out a week after. I already have some videos set up right now. This is the Monday after. We're going to go through a whole week of Minute Maids that I've got. Those are going up, and then yeah, we'll be doing this. So anyway, side B. Yep. I'll catch you guys later. Bye.